But first tonight, police are meant to be role models, especially when it comes to obeying the very road laws they enforce vigorously on drivers. But a northern suburbs driving instructor has caught them out. In one case, no less than 10 road laws were broken in under a minute. And he's also captured a litany of bad habits by other road users. Here's Frank Pangello.
I mean, it wasn't an emergency, the lights weren't on.
Well, no, that's right, yeah. Unless they've got the emergency lights on, they should be obeying the road rules just like everybody else.
But keeping South Australia safe seems the last thing on the mind of the cop behind the wheel on a busy road in Elizabeth.
We were driving 25 in between the roadwork zones while the police car just went past into the right lane.
Alan is a driving instructor of 10 years. He sees a lot of bad drivers, but never expected police to be among the worst offenders.
It's just rather frustrating when I drive with novice drivers, and like the other day we were testing someone. While he was driving at 20 kilometres an hour, the police just blows past, and the student's like, well, why should I be doing this when the police themselves or the other drivers can't be bothered?
Alan captured the evidence on his onboard cameras while training a learner driver. He then posted the footage on Facebook.
I would love to see police using the emergency lights. Nobody has a drama with them sort of doing their job, but it's just that they don't use their lights and then we don't know what's going on.
In this incident, which lasted barely a minute, the driver of the police car is hardly a role model for other road users, breaking no fewer than 10 Australian road rules, including speeding, overtaking on an island, failing to give way, driving without due care and driving in a cyclist lane.
I'll probably say a couple of positive things about the police in this country, in the sense that they are, I guess, not as rough as they would be probably in America and other places, and they are quite professional and so forth.
Under Australian road rules, there are exemptions for police and emergency vehicles if the driver is taking reasonable care and displaying flashing lights and sounding an alarm. The penalty for driving without due care is up to 12 months jail and 6-month licence disqualification. Police cars have also been snapped in disabled parks, a $350 fine, as well as driving using a mobile phone, which they can do legally.
I think that doesn't make any sense. They say that police receive special training, and I don't see how they can receive any special training, because I train people for a living, and I don't know how you can train someone to do both at the same time.
In his line of work, it's not just police cars Alan has to watch out for. His cameras constantly capture the bad and dangerous driving habits of South Australians. Take this car driving through a U-turn lane and over another in the face of oncoming traffic. Or this SUV's risky overtaking over double solid lines. It's a known black spot where there has already been a fatality.
I get sometimes feedback from parents that tell me that they reckon that South Australian drivers are the worst drivers. Comparing Victorian to South Australian, they reckon that South Australian are worse.
Now, you see a lot of bad habits. What are the ones that are striking, that stick out?
I guess one of them being not keeping in the left lane, another one being completely ignoring the roadworks, I guess not indicating, and then my favourite one is when people decide to cut you off just before the lights, just weaving in and out of traffic, and yeah, those are probably the major ones. And sorry, and indicating out of the roundabouts.
In an age where road rage is commonplace, Alan says many older drivers are badly in need of refresher driving lessons. As for the younger generation,
the good news, I guess, is that a lot of the younger ones that will be, I guess, of a certain age in the future, will be better drivers than the present generation, because they have been trained better. They are patient.